Jeepers!
Hello everyone, this is Bobbin Threadbare. Hope you didn't mind our little interruption, but I figured that since the guys who made Day of the Tentacle put Maniac Mansion in the middle of their game, the least I could do was put an LP of Maniac Mansion in the middle of mine. Anyway, if you'll recall, we were in the middle of helping Laverne get access and power to her chronogen, and that through a long circuitous path requires us to have dead cousin Ted here win the human show. Now these three guys, they're nothing. They're not worth considering. Harold, though. Harold's a real contender. Anyway, that doesn't really matter immediately. See, the thing is that the contest is based on laugh, smile, and hairdo. Now, if you look at those haircuts, they kind of remind me of, I don't know, a big plate of spaghetti. Well, not a real big plate of spaghetti, but a cartoon big plate of spaghetti. Guess what we happen to have? Now, you might end up running around all over this time period looking for a pot of boiling water, but then you just might realize that you've got a pot of water and you've been using it to teleport things through time. Which is why when Laverne gets the dry pasta, suddenly it's wet and soggy pasta. Yeah. Well, that's a start, but it needs to be styled up. And I really don't want to know where all those meatballs came from. Anyway, how do you think we style spaghetti? Well, there's really only one thing that can style spaghetti the right way. Good thing we happen to have one. Don't. Aww. Ugh. Well, let's see what the judges have to say.
Hey, when are you guys going to judge best hair?
Oh, all right.
Wow, for a mummy, that's some great-looking hair.
Yes, it has a certain meatiness.
But does it have stars and lightning bolts?
No, Harold is still the best.
But if Harold were to say, drop dead, I'd give first place to the mummy.
Agreed.
You gotta wonder why more tentacles don't walk around like that. It seems a lot more efficient than the stepping bit. Well, anyway, it seems like Harold really ought to go.
Howdy, Harold.
Howdy, I'm sure.
Son of a bitch. What the hell can I do to him? I mean, he's not stupid enough to, for instance, accept any sort of rancid meat I might happen to find. There is this one thing I've got, though. A pile of fake barf. You may have noticed earlier that tentacles aren't really that discerning when it comes to how humans work. So hell, maybe this'll work.
Oh, Harold, that's gross.
What are you babbling about?
You really should have told the judges if you weren't feeling well.
Oh, ick! Now how did that mess get in there? I think I'm going to be sick. Someone in here not feeling well? I was feeling fine until I saw that.
Is that your regurgitation?
No, I'm an healthy human.
Didn't you just say you thought you were going to be sick?
That's just a figure of speech.
Do you realize you could have infected the whole show with human influenza?
But I just got all my shots.
You're a good-looking human, Harold, but you know the rules. You're out of the show. What a mess. I hate cleaning up after humans.
That felt good. I don't know about you guys. Anyways, now with Harold out of the way, let's try judging best hair again.
Hey, don't you think you should judge best hair again?
Oh, all right.
Wow, that's the best hair I've ever seen on a mummy.
Thick and full.
And juicy.
The mummy wins.
Agreed.
I get the feeling that these tentacles haven't eaten in several hours. Anyway, our next project is to find the best laugh. And if you'll recall way back to Bernard's exploration video, you'll realize that I already know where something with a laugh is. Well, not the best, but it'll do. Let's see. Well, punching it doesn't seem to work.
I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
He refuses to use a crowbar on it. Hey, I don't know. We're gonna stab this motherfucker. Stab him right in the face. Man, just look at his expression. You know that felt good.
Hey, when are you guys going to judge best laugh?
Oh, all right.
Okay, who's got a joke?
Hey, I just flew in from Baltimore, and boy are my suction cups tired.
A classic.
It's amazing how the mummy can do that without moving his lips.
I say we give him first place.
Agreed.
Right, got that done. Now how about that smile? Now, you may recall that George Washington's dentures came up in a conversation. And so you might think we need to get his somehow, but that's, oddly enough, just not true. Now there's another pair of dentures just up these stairs here. You all remember the horse, right?
Hi. Hi there. Still trying to get back to the future? Laughed at by a horse. Whoa.
Well, you notice how much he grins and the fact that he's got a glass of water by his, well, whatever this is. Stall. That's right. So how do we get dentures out of a horse? Well, the glass is a clue. The other clue is what happens when anyone aside from Bernard looks at his textbook.
The Chicago Manual of Thermodynamic Flux Induction Circuit Design. Great stuff.
The Chicago Manual of Thermodynamic Flux Induction Circuit Design. I bet this would work better than a sleeping pill.
Sleeping pill, you say?
Ahem. The LALR compiler is constructed by the following method. First, develop a rigorous elective grammar. If the elements have NP completeness, the crunchy factor can be ignored. Blah, 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 blah. Whoa!